Hey, I'm one of those guys who is always trying to figure out what's the next step, what's the next thing, what can he be doing to try and improve his life, his mornings, his family, his health, fitness, mindset, all those kinds of deals. And historically, there have always been some things that I've gone to, and usually it's reading books, or it's journaling, or just some reflecting, or it's trying to reorganize my morning so I can take charge of it and control the day and everything like that. But one of the things that I realized over time is that I was trying a lot of outward reshuffling of activities to try and get my day put together. But it wasn't always accomplishing what I would have liked it to have accomplished. And so I met Lindsay Mitchell through Vital Side and began hearing more about neuroplasticity and the work that she does and the retraining of the brain. And at first, honestly, I was skeptical of what it is. I tend to be a late joiner to things anyway. But I decided to go ahead and dive in. And I started with the morning meditation. And the very first morning that I listened to it, I got in a quiet room, like it said. I sat in a position that supported wakefulness, as it said. I had my water ahead of time. And I just put on the headphones and began listening. And I wasn't prepared for what honestly what an emotional experience it was. Not in a negative way by any means, but in an illuminating way, possibly. Taking me into some areas to give thought to things that I hadn't really given thought to, but also letting me see how I could be freed from some of those areas, some of those limiting beliefs, some of those challenges I've had. And it was just deeply encouraging for my soul to walk through those deals. I always tell Lindsay and others when they're asking about the morning meditation about one of my favorite parts is near the end-ish, maybe 2/3 of the way through, there's this part where Lindsay says that you're a genius and you can accomplish anything. And to be honest, there's a lot of days I don't believe that about myself, or at least in the past there have been a lot of days I don't believe that about myself. But when I heard Lindsay's voice say that, it doesn't sound arrogant, but it rang true because there's an element of me where I do actually think that I'm much smarter than I act at times, or than others might think that I act. But there was a ton of joy in it and celebration in it as well. And there's this other moment in it where she has you like walk into this future self, if you will. And when I did it mentally in my head, when I did what she said, it was just electrifying, if you will, inside of me to walk into that future reality. And man, I don't know if you're like me, you think that's just crazy stuff. How does that happen? What's going on there? Like I said, I'm a late believer to things, and it was spectacular. And so I began listening to that at least 3 to 4 times a week, sometimes more, for several weeks at a time. And it has been a really tremendous way for me to start my morning, to think about who I am, who I'm becoming, and see that brain get retrained in the process. And I gotta say that the actions that I've taken outside of that come from that, far more fruitful in my life. More joy, more celebration, more success in many of them. They are taking a deeper root in me than they had previously. I would try them for a season, routine would change and I'd drop them. They're sticking better in my life. And I've got to just go ahead and say thanks to Vital Side and Lindsay for that, because I think there has been a beautiful retraining that took place there. And I'm excited to continue seeing where the rest of this goes. So thank you, Lindsay. Thank you, Vital Side, for the gift of that. And I look forward to continuing to grow and get this thing up here retrained. Thanks. Bye.